Thì đây là phiên bản đầu tiên và chúng tôi kế thừa từ một cái phiên bản đầu tiên. Tuy nhóm chúng tôi đã được kế thừa tất cả các tinh hoa của các từ điển gốc và được tăng cường thêm những cái phần dịch tiếng Việt mà đã được lựa chọn cách kỹ lưỡng. Nhưng mà dù vì đây là phiên bản đầu tiên nên vấn đề mà cũng khó mà tránh khỏi những sai sót, nên vì vậy cũng rất mong các độc giả cần xem đã góp ý để chúng ta có những cái phiên bản tốt hơn trong tương lai. Xin cảm ơn.
Xin trân trọng cảm ơn Phó Giáo sư đã giúp chúng ta có một cái nhìn toàn diện về những ưu điểm mà từ điển OALD Anh Việt hiện có. Kính thưa quý vị, từ điển OALD Anh Việt là công trình nghiên cứu mà Tập đoàn Đại trường Pháp cùng với các chuyên gia đã dành tâm huyết để biên dịch. Nhân sự kiện ra mắt ấn bản ngày hôm nay, tôi xin trân trọng kính mời đại diện của các thư viện trên các thành phố và đại diện ở các trường đại học gửi tặng đến món quà tri ân, và cũng hy vọng đây sẽ là một công cụ hữu ích để giúp cho những người học và người dạy tiếng Anh tại Việt Nam. Sau đây tôi xin trân trọng kính mời bà Nguyễn Thị Tuyết Trinh, đại diện cho Trung tâm học liệu của Trường Đại học Cần Thơ tiến về sân khấu. Xin trân trọng kính mời bà Trần Thị Loan Anh, đại diện của Trường Cao đẳng Kinh tế Kỹ thuật Cần Thơ. Xin trân trọng kính mời ông Nguyễn Quốc Huy, trưởng phòng khoa học, cơ bản và thư viện của Trường Đại học Vĩnh Long. Trân trọng kính mời bà Nguyễn Thị Kim Sang, đại diện cho Trung tâm Ngoại ngữ Gia Việt, sư phạm kỹ thuật Vĩnh Long. Xin trân trọng kính mời bà Lâm Xuân Trúc, đại diện Trung tâm Ngoại ngữ KISS, thành phố Cà Mau. Và sau đây, xin trân trọng kính mời ông Đoàn Văn Lộc ra sân khấu.
Cái này cái cọc cày hết rồi.
Xin trân trọng cảm ơn quý vị. Và tiếp sau đây, tôi xin trân trọng kính mời ông Roger Sintel lên giới thiệu về khóa học tiếng Anh trực tuyến English Central. Kính thưa quý vị, trong thời gian từ nay đến tháng 4 năm 2015, khi sở hữu từ điển OALD ấn bản Anh Việt, quý vị sẽ được tặng kèm khóa học trực tuyến của English Central. Đây là một khóa học nổi tiếng trên toàn thế giới được đầu tư bởi Google. Xin trân trọng kính mời, please come on stage.
Details of the partnership, let me just tell you first what English Central is all about. So English Central is an online platform for language learning. Endorsed by teachers, we have been adopted by over 200 universities and schools all across the globe. Some of the known names are YBM and BCM in Korea, Kwansei University in Japan, Bahçeşehir University in Turkey, Arkansas State University and North Carolina State University in the United States, and your very own RMIT University. Now, what is English Central all about actually? Why is it adopted by lots of schools? Why is it loved by students? So here's a summary of the English Central experience. Watch, learn, speak, and go live. Could you say that again for me? Watch, learn, speak, and go live. Pretty easy to remember, right? Okay, so at English Central, learners watch video lessons that they like, right? Coming from known sources like National Geographic Channel, TED, Watch Mojo, Cambridge University Press, and also we publish videos that are trending. So if you want to watch a video like of Lady Gaga or Barack Obama's speech, you want to practice speaking with him, you could try the watch mode of English Central. So after watching a video, users learn vocabulary. And this is not just vocabulary by reading through them, we provide in-context definition of the words. This is the definition of the words. And so, if they want to continue practicing real conversation, we provide Go Live. This is a one-on-one session, a short, it's a 10-minute session with a live tutor that is centered upon the video lesson. Good tool, but does it actually work? Here's your answer. We conduct research and studies on people who practice them on English Central. That's OALD bundled with English Central. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.
Thank you very much for your introduction. Kính thưa quý vị, phần giới thiệu về English Central vừa rồi đã khép lại lễ ra mắt của từ điển OALD ấn bản Anh Việt và chuỗi hội thảo giải pháp về dạy và học toàn diện. Tiếp theo chương trình, tôi xin kính mời quý vị đại biểu và quý vị khách quý cùng dùng tiệc trà nhẹ được chuẩn bị ngay phía sau sân khấu trong vòng 15 phút. Sau đó chúng ta sẽ cùng dự chương trình hội thảo về giải pháp dạy và học tiếng Anh ở phòng số 2 và phòng số 1. Một lần nữa xin trân trọng cảm ơn sự hiện diện và có mặt của quý vị đại biểu.
You'll all be English teachers, right? Yes. English teachers of young learners? Yes. One thing I know about young learner teachers is that we are all very young at heart, even though we are not young in body, right? So, I want to see how young you are by singing a song. Okay? Right, we're going to start with a song so everybody can wake up, right? Some body actions with me, okay? Are you ready? Yes! Can I ask you all to stand up, please? Let's get going, right?
Wow! You're doing so well!
Come on, everybody.
Keep up the good work! Let's get going!
Come on, everybody.
Woo-hoo! Smart Start! Hello, hello! Ready, set, go! We're on the road to English! Hey, hey! We're on our way! We're on our way with Smart Start!
Very good.
Level 4, let's learn some more along the road to English. Hey, hey, we're happy to say we're learning every day with Smart Start.
Very good.
We'll read, write, sing, and play. We'll talk, we'll listen, and learn English day by day. Smart Start. Hello, hello. Ready, set, go. We're on the road to English. Hey, hey. We're on our way. We're on our way with Smart Start. On our way with Smart Start. Smart Start. Smart Start. Woohoo!
Thank you, everybody. Wow, I can see you are really good teachers. I'm sure your students are very happy in your classes, right? Lots of body action. Right. But not really, because in Canton, there's not a lot of English, right? And there are not a lot of foreigners to speak to. So, how can we solve this problem? That's what we're going to talk about today, right? Firstly, if children cannot learn the way we teach them in a way that they learn. Not only learning English, learning anything or any language, right? So, how does a young learner learn any language? Let's look at Vietnamese first. Your children, how they learn Vietnamese. Firstly, they see a lot. They see a lot of Vietnamese. They see a lot of people using strange sounds to communicate, right? So they see lots of examples, lots of auditory input. They also say, they start to repeat. So when they hear somebody say something, they will repeat. So many children, the first thing they say to you is, "Mommy, money." And that's just purely copying what they have heard, right? Using it. Because English is a tool, right? You need to use it to communicate, not learn it. You need to use it. Only when you use it do you feel, okay, now I know why I must learn this language, because I can use it. They think in terms of how can I use it. And as teachers, we need to know this, because we need to show them in young children use an iPad.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Nobody teaches them, and they can do more things than mommy and daddy on the iPhone, right? Not that I'm not saying this, but only when they are doing things with the language. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get them to experience the language.
Get the idea. Not stories, lots of new language, lots of fun ideas. The kids love it. The students and the teachers. Have you guys ever taught a lesson from the book that was a little boring? This one's called Chen's Magic Pen. Let's follow the story here. Draws a tree, boom! The tree appears. He draws a horse, and the workers, I think maybe his grandparents, they have the horse. Thank you, Chen. Tries to catch him. He locks him in this room. What does Chen draw? A door. He escapes. And he leaves the pen. Major plays with the pen, drawing money. And give it to people, to give it to everyone. He's kind, he's nice, he wanted to help people. Yeah. Oh. Greed. Greed's not good. If you draw money for yourself, that's not helping people. That's only helping yourself. And we don't want to do that. The children, the book isn't telling them what to say. They are thinking. They are analyzing. They are being critical. They're thinking about it. And tell the story.
Usually as realistic as this one. I dreamed that I was sitting under the apple tree in the back garden, and an old man came into the garden. He had a long white beard and wild green eyes.
Input, something coming in. Right? So, yes, listening and reading. And let's not forget meaning. So, we are focusing on the meaning. Okay, so listening and reading. This is a direct focus on grammar, vocabulary, and the context. Okay, this is where we're going into reading comprehension. This is the more difficult portion. Now, I mentioned meaning focused input and meaning focused output are medium ranged, graded to the ability of the learner to understand the vocabulary of their reading. We want them to engage in conversation. We want them to talk about their favorite toys, their comic books. What do we see here?
Explain why. Because basically, you were born with technology. And the younger you are, the more you are actually into technology. But if this argument, holding a puppet, trying to start telling a story, and suddenly, he gets back terms like Wi-Fi, GPS, hotspot, navigation, how important this factor is in today's classrooms, and we simply cannot ignore it. So you had a film reel, you went to the photographer, that you had to wait 1 week before you get your photos printed. Now that you have a digital camera, all you have to do is take 1,000 shots per minute, and you simply watch it in your computer, or you can print it in your own printer. The same stands with music. We use Wii console or any other gaming console. That's the way they are entertained. And if you want to talk about the mobile phones, when they started, I used to have it only for phoning somebody else. Now it's a complete computer. Now it's called smartphone, and it has so many other possibilities. Even their handwriting has been affected because they text a lot by using the keyboard. Only maybe at school they use pen and a pencil and a paper, so to write something with their hands. And of course, let alone the social media. Communication takes place and socializing in the cyberspace. And as I said before, I'm not taking any position, I'm just indicating that this happens. Everyone is on Facebook, are boring. That the classic traditional way of teaching, simply doesn't suit his way of thinking. Just because of all these devices we saw before. And if you want more used to look like, I don't know, a sphere, now maybe it looks like a triangle. Okay? So this pattern is repeated, and it cannot be just a coincidence. And here is Mark Prensky, and I would agree totally with Mr. Son there. He said, teach them in the way you learn. Well, I'm afraid I cannot ignore that these people need a lot more exposure to technology. And this can be an interesting way to attract their attention, because this is the era we are going through right now, from stone to silicon.